Hey guys, my name is Nay. For those who know me and those who don't, I ask that the Lord blesses my tongue. Guys, I tell you guys this and I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right. There's one that I didn't put a date on here, nor that I speak of. Now, this one has to do with other people as well as protecting God's children. So I'm going to tell you about that part. And with this one, God wants his children to be protected. He wants us to protect one another, even the young ones, especially the young ones, the children, the babies in our world, our babies. He wants us to stand up for the weak, stand up for the weak and protect them. Now, our fight is not physical, it is spiritual, which means try not to put your hands on somebody, okay? It's a choice. Try not to put your hands on somebody, but to stand up for the ones who are being mistreated, the ones who are being neglected, the ones who are being treated unfairly, the ones who have been treated wrong. Stand up for the children, protect God's children, especially the babies, okay? We're supposed to protect one another and stand up for the ones who have been mistreated. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is July 25th, 2018. July 25th, 2018, and on a Wednesday. It says, my daughter and I are on a bus, and I'm not sure where we're going. We get on the bus and may have put change in. Now, my daughter sits to the left in the front of the bus, the first seat going to the back. So I sit to the left, which is on my right, facing the front of the bus. So I sit to my right face, which is facing the front of the bus. There are other people on the bus as well. There's a guy seated in front of me. So I look out the window. I don't recognize where we are, but there are apartments and houses around here. The older guy in front of me is trying to pass. The older guy in front of me is trying to press the button to the side of the window to make the driver stop the bus. But he's having a hard time pressing a button. But he finally does. Then he gets off the bus once it stops. So I move one seat forward, but nearest the aisle. So a older man, maybe a Mexican guy, he's getting off the bus. He's getting off the bus and he's getting off the bus and he taps my leg 3 times. And then I hit or move his hand, I'm not sure. He then walks to the front of the bus where my daughter is. I watch and say, he better not touch my daughter. And then he taps on her leg 3 times as well. So I get up while the bus is still in motion, trying not to fall. So I rush to the front of the bus trying to get this man from touching my daughter, trying to get this man because he touched my daughter. So I get to the front of the bus, ready to beat on this man, but the door opens and he gets off the bus while the bus is still in motion. The bus never stops. So I guess God was saying keep going. But you remember, you guys, I told you the Lord deals with me in threes. I don't know why, but he deals with me in threes. So I'm assuming Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, okay? But the bus never stops, so I guess the Lord was staying in motion. The Lord's in motion, okay. Okay, the door opens, he gets off. The bus never stops, still in motion. The bus never stops. The door closes quickly, I fall trying to get to the man and may have banged on the door because I was mad that I couldn't get him. Now I'm headed back to my seat and there's a guy in it. Now I'm headed back to my seat and a guy is in it. I look around for a seat with no one in it, but they're all full. I sit next to a guy taking a seat next to the aisle. I glance at the man. He's high yellow skin. He's high yellow skin tone with slick hair that's in a ponytail. I have a coat or a sweater on, something with long sleeves, and my arms are folded behind my head. And I'm trying to be comfortable. Now someone puts their hand in my sleeves. I turn around and it's the guy 2 rows back. I'm mad and irritated. He laughs and smiles. He is also high yellow skin tone with short hair. Now this guy next to me says something. The guy next to me says something. He says he's trying to talk to you. He's trying to talk to you. He wants your number. He wants your number. You're beautiful. I say that he should just talk or ask. So the guy next to me gets up and he goes somewhere and comes back. Then he pushes me. Then he pushes, then he passes me to get to his seat. So I see his hair is very long in a ponytail. And the front of his hair is now coming undone from the ponytail. So I place my hand on the side of his face to move his hair for a quick second and then stop. He sits down and I look at him and all of his hair is down and is very long. He has thinning or balding. He has thinning or balding, but the front part of his hair is thick. So he's trying to put his hair in a ponytail. So he brushes or combs it first. So I hear so his hair, the ends of his hair are nappy. He may be Mexican or Puerto Rican. And I know the guy seated 2 rows back. It's his brother. I know this. So I look out the window to see the building of judgment. It may be a court or a law building that we are coming upon. I'm not sure, but the people may have gotten off the bus. Okay, so the guy, him and his brother, they're important, and there's something important about this man's hair. I'm not sure what it is. Now, you guys, when I talk to you guys about seeing the building of judgment, when it says, I look out the window and I see the building of judgment, and maybe a court or a law building that we are coming upon. I'm not sure, but the people may have gotten off the bus. The Lord is saying, hey, judgment is coming, okay? All right. Judgment or something about the law of God, okay? So I want you guys to understand that. So I watch out the window for a place that I recognize for us to get off the bus. I see somewhere, but I'm not sure if I press the button or not. So now my daughter and I are off the bus. We're walking to the left side of the street. I see 3 or 4 guys all in black, but wearing ghost masks. And they run to us. Now, when I say ghost mask, I mean like in the movie Scream, where they had that mask on. That mask. Okay, so they run to us. So I pick up my daughter like a baby and hold her. So I plead with the guys not to hurt my baby or us. Now, one of the men steps forward and points a gun at us and shoots. Nothing. And then he shoots and then nothing. When I say he shoots and then nothing, I mean he shot me point blank in my face, I think. Because he pointed the gun directly at me. And he shot. When he shot, everything went black. I mean black. Like there was nothing else. There was no more. That was the end. Okay, that's what I mean. And he shoots and then nothing. And then nothing. I know that it goes, and then nothing. I know that it goes dark, lights out, no more. Now I'm holding my daughter like a baby on my side. She's on my side and I'm holding her like a baby. She's not heavy at all. So I'm holding her like a baby. She's not heavy at all. I feel the skin on her arms. I realize that she has... so I feel the skin on her arms and I realize she has really, really short shorts on. So I pulled them down so that no one could see her bottom. We're trying to find a way home, or at least to my dad's house. I guess God said we're trying to find a way home, or to my dad's house. So we walk. I remember the guy that pulled a gun on us and shot. So I put my daughter down to look at her, to look at her arms. I put my daughter down to look at her arms. And they have cuts and slices on them, you know, maybe stab marks. They have cuts and slices on her arms and maybe a stab mark in her stomach or her chest. So I'm looking for bullet holes, but I don't see any. So I say something to her about her being shot, and she says no. So I look closer and focus on her arms, and both cut. I focus on her arms, and both are cut like fish breathers. You know, the fish scales, you know, when they breathe out that little thing or whatever on the side. She's cut like that. So it's like the things on the side where the fish breathe out. Okay, she's cut like that. So my daughter, she don't really remember anything. So I feel that she had been raped, but I'm not for sure. So I feel like she's been raped, but I'm not for sure. She doesn't remember. So I pick her up in my arms and I carry her to protect her. And we go to a place, and we get to a place that looks like a place the guys came. And it looks like the place the guys came to us. No, hold up. So I pick her up and put her in my arms to carry her and protect her. Now we get to this place. We get to this place that looks like the place that looks like another place. Now the guys, it looks like the place where the guys came to us on the side of the street, where the grass is in the open field. The guys are across the street, and I run, still not sure why. I'm not shot or stabbed or nothing is wrong with me. I keep running. They chase me to the store. We keep running. I keep running, and they chase me to the store. So I look, and it looks like we're. Shoot, sorry. Oh, and chase me to the store. It looks like we're in stop 6, which is in Fort Worth. Okay. So it looks like we're in stop 6 on Rosedale near the train tracks. The guys are here with us now, and I keep backing up so that they don't get us with the knives that they have. So they speak, and so do I. I'm not sure of what. So I feel like I talk to them and talk them out of hurting us. Now my daughter and I were walking to another location. There's a Mexican man with a knife that wants to get us. I'm not sure why. We run and get to this place that we have to go through. Now this place has a man with many different knives, cleavers, machetes, etc. He wants to cut us up or torture us, so we run. Now we're standing next to a building, and others are here with us as well. There's a gate, maybe about 5 or 10 feet from me, and there's a sign on the gate saying about the territory belonging, and not to cross it. It belongs to somebody and not to cross it. Now this is on the gate, and the territory belongs to the Mexican people. We are on the other side now, and we're on the other side now, not on their side, but on another side. In someone else's territory. And now they don't want us. They don't want us there too. And the other people are here as well. There's a girl having a hard time breathing, so I tell her to take a deep breath and slowly to help her out or to help her breathe. She does, and she's getting better. So the bald-headed Mexican man comes from the other side of the gate wanting to hurt us. But the girl stops him by saying she saved my life. So the girl stops him by saying she saved my life. So I explained to them what I did, and they explained to me not to cross the gate to their side or to their territory. Now, when they do this, God tells me, I don't know if he said MR15 or MS15. It's a gang. He was telling me that's who they are. Don't cross over into their territory because they are very violent, very bad people. Okay. Now I'm in a restaurant still holding my daughter. So I put her down and she's going, and I put her down so now she's gone. but my niece is there. Now, the manager of the place lets us use his phone after I remember my dad's number. The owner of the place lets me use his phone after I remember my dad's number. So I call my dad, but he can't hear me. He can't hear me what I'm saying. He can't hear what I'm saying. Besides me being at the store and besides me being at the store and him wanting to know why and how I got there. Then he hangs up because he can't hear me. I realized the first set of guys took my car keys and my money and maybe my purse because I don't have it. So I try to remember if I had my purse on the bus. I try to remember if I had my purse on the bus and they took my purse too. I try to remember if I had my purse on the bus and they took my phone too. I need to call my dad back so he can come and get us. Now, another manager comes in and I'm trying to call my dad again. He unplugs the phone. He don't want me to use it. Then he serves people food and walks away. I try to find my way out through the kitchen. Now my niece, she comes with me and she's saying she found her phone. She found a phone or a ride. I'm not sure. Then she takes me to her friends, trying to make me remember them, but I don't remember her friends. So I asked twice to use their phone, but they act as if they don't want me to. I say something to a friend on my right. I say something to her friend that's on my right. She gives me the phone that won't turn on. So the other friend gives me her phone. I can't turn on the phone because it needs a password. So I give the phone back to her so they can put the code in. And I may have gotten the phone back, I'm not sure. Now I'm outside in the parking lot trying to find someone, but I don't know who. But my sister is here. Now something happens, but I'm not sure what. We need a ride and my mom's on the way. I see her car and I get in it. There are kids with my mom, I'm not sure who. Now we're leaving and my mom says something about my daughter, my niece, or my sister. I'm not sure which one. I remember my niece and my mom. I remember my niece and telling my mom that we have to go back and get her. It could have been my sister or my niece that we had to go back and get. I'm not sure. But we're getting ready to go back. Now the group of I want to say MS15 or MR15, the people with the territory. The group was the people with the territory. Now, before I had this one, I had already started seeing on the news that there was a group of bad people or whatever. Now, I didn't really know much about it besides they were bad people and they were trying to kill people or bully people or something. I don't know. But when the Lord showed me, he was like, the people are bad. He was telling me something happened on the bus. Okay, let's do the bus thing first. Something happened on the bus or whatever where there was this man touching these people. Okay. I'm not sure what that meant because I know God deals with me in threes. So the man tapped me on my leg 3 times, tapped my daughter on the leg 3 times. And I know it made me mad that he did that because I don't want to be touched and I don't want my daughter to be touched by nobody. Period. Point blank. From there, we ended up somewhere in Stop 6. Well, look like Stop 6 over there by the train tracks. If you guys know where Stop 6 is in Fort Worth, Texas. Okay. Which I don't live there no more. When I got pregnant with my daughter, I was through with Fort Worth. 100%. Now, God was telling me the guy's there. I guess somebody got shot there or something. Because the guy did pull the gun on me and he shot me point blank. And everything went dark, everything went black. Nothing. It was done. Okay. Okay. From there, I seen another group of guys or whatever, and it was like I felt like that was the same ones, but then again, it wasn't. From there, started running into the MS15 people, and then God took me where I could see all their weapons, knives, machetes, all type of cutting things, you know. And I seen, what are those things called? Chains, those big old chains that the truck drivers have. I seen a lot of those, and they were just hanging from this little thing or whatever. And all the knives were on this little table, next to each other. It's like all type of torturing things and cutting up things. I seen all of that. God let me know that they have a territory. They actually have a territory that belongs to them, that they believe that belongs to them, and they don't want anybody to cross it. And anybody who crosses it, they want to kill or hurt. You know, I'm not sure why they get off on this or whatever, but they feel that way. And once I made it away from that or whatever, and I was between that gate or whatever, there was a sign on the gate, and God was letting me know, hey, that's their territory. You're not to cross over there. Once I got out of their territory, I was in somebody else's territory who didn't want me there either. But I got a blessing because I helped the girl, and the girl stepped up and said, "No, don't, she saved my life by telling them I saved her, which gave me a pass." The thing with my daughter, I'm not sure about it or whatever. I try to talk to her. She's telling me no, so it's something with her. And I'm still going to have to break this down because God is saying, yeah, something did happen. She just don't remember. I got to figure it out because the Lord showed me something before regarding somebody doing something to my daughter. And I just went ahead and told him, hey, if I find that you ever do something to my daughter, I'm going to kill you. Point blank, period. I don't bite my tongue. When it comes down to my kids, I say exactly what I mean, and I mean what I say. If I find out somebody touching my daughters, I'm going to kill them. Lord, forgive me. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, because it's not a good thing to say, and it's not something I should be thinking at all. But my kids are my foundation, period, point blank. And if somebody crossed that line, that's a line they don't want to cross, especially with me. Okay. So, God was telling me something did happen. She just does not remember. Okay. So, got to figure it out, and I want to know who. All right. From there, it was a situation with my dad, my niece, my mom, my sister. Okay, well, that did come to pass. Okay. It was something going on with my niece, something going on with my niece, something going on with my sister, which is her mother. Both of them are grown. That did come to pass or whatever, and it got taken care of. The situation with my dad where he didn't answer the phones because once I told him what was going on, and that somebody needed help for him to do something, he was just like, nah. And he really didn't want to answer the phone to them people no more. He just really didn't want to answer the phone anymore. So I got to praying to the Lord. Like I tell you guys, your prayers are powerful. They are seriously powerful. When you pray to the Lord, put your heart, your soul into it, for real. Your prayers are powerful, and I ask the Lord to step in and help. And he did that. And then my dad ended up calling me and talking to me saying, yeah, he was going to help. So that did come to pass. So, since this one is so long and it's 22 minutes, I'm going to end this one. All right, love you guys. Bye.